Okay, this is another video. I thought I would upload this video because the previous video was basically similar. I was using a little doll's head. If you want to get into someone's head, if you want to sway their thoughts, etc., you can also do it with a skull candle. I know I've uploaded these kind of videos before, but I thought I would do this because it's close to the last video and, you may find it informative. Uh, Now this color is a pale pink color. It's at the end of the day, get what you can get your hands on. If you can't get red or you can't get pink, white is fine. At the end of the day, you just need something that represents the skull. So this is a love stroke lust working, and we're calling on two of the spirits of the lesser key of Solomon, the Goetia. Uh, I will go to the book to, reference the spirits in a moment. So I'll be putting some bits and pieces on this, but I should say that I have put the guy's name on the forehead of the little candle because we want the lady, the target, to be thinking about him non-stop. So it's important to write his name across the head. I like to put it on forehead, wherever you want to put it. And I put little hearts. You can't see, sorry, you can't see them. Little hearts and basically things like love, and then I put his name, things like that. Now, underneath, I've put a hole in the candle. You don't have to do this. You can put the candle, the petition, not the petition and the photograph underneath the plate. But I like to put a little hole in these candles like that, or in the back, and I popped her photograph in there. Just be extremely careful because paper, I can never emphasize the fact enough that paper is so dangerous, especially when you're placing it inside a candle. So if you can print the picture off small enough so that you can place it inside, what I did was, oh, so lopsided now. What I did was I melted, uh, I've got like a metal screwdriver that I melted it down, and I was able to take a little bit of wax out, and I actually heated the screwdriver, and I was able to. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Let me explain. I got the screwdriver, I put it over a candle, I let it get really hot, and then I just took a chunk out of it, and then I put the little picture inside, which I'm now having difficulty getting back in again, but something like that, which is lopsided. One moment, I think I need to fix this. Okay, also I need to say that I baptized the candle in her name. So I basically got some blessed water. You could use holy water, Florida water, rose water, whatever. And I said, you now contain the mind, body, and soul of, let's say, Jane Doe. Uh, Whatever I tell you to do, you will do. You're now, basically, I tell the candle it is now alive, a living being kind of thing. And it contains the mind, body, and spirit. And everything I tell you to do, you will do. And you'll accept every suggestion that I make to you. That is what I say. So it's just to let you know that. And we've got the client wants, they're together, but he wants a bit more closeness. So obviously a little bit of lust does no harm. So Citri, I'm sure you all know this by now. Citri, his color is blue. He is a prince, or she, because Citri is known to be a female also. Metal tin, planet Jupiter, element Earth, incense cedar. N is lyric allura vifa Citri. Original purpose, Citri is a lust demon and causes men and women to be passionate and get naked around one another. And the author goes on to say, invoke Citri for seduction rituals, become incubi or succubi, that was in brackets. Invoke Citri during sex magic to boost the energy raised. Citri can also be called upon when you seek to infuse any creative project with passion. I saw Citri as feminine and fire, she said. And also a lesser known spirit, which basically I jumped at the chance of working with Orias. I did have called on Orias before. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. a long time ago. It was a long time ago, and it was for something to do with let me see, something to do with examinations. That's how long ago it was. When I was back in school time, so it was a long time ago. Anyway, Orias, not Oribus, Orias, Orias, and Orias is a marquee. Color violet, incense jasmine, metal is silver. The planet is the moon. Element air. The N is Lyric Mina Orias Ane Na. Pronunciation again, I'm sorry. Original purpose: teaches astronomy, astrology, and transforms men. He can also give you favor with friends or enemies. The author goes on to say, to make transformations to the self, and then in brackets she says, i.e. the physical body. Orias can help you get physically fit and healthy. I kind of view him as a personal trainer for the willpower. That is good to know. I will bear that in mind myself. Now, Orias also is really good for mind control, and I know Dantalion is similar. Dantalion is really good for swaying thoughts. Orias, in my opinion, would be stronger. Orias, Dantalion is a spirit of emotions in my book, would be more into the emotional side of things and creating love, whereas I think Orias would be more getting straight into the mind and pushing it, if you know what I mean. No holes barred. It's just complete and utter mind control, and that is the reason why we're calling on Orias. So this is probably the first time on the channel now that I've put this spell up, so I'd be really interested with regards to the client for his feedback down the line on this one, because I have done some research on the spirit, and there seems to be quite a lot of people who are very happy with the results and stuff. So, you know, he seems extremely powerful in the mind control field, so that's what we want. So that's basically a sigil of each, and you can offer them a glass of wine each. You can offer them some incense, some chocolate, food, sweets, you name it, they'll take it. What I'm going to do is put a tiny bit of rose water on this candle, because I like to use rose water because it's very clean and pure, and please don't use anything with alcohol, especially with a candle. This is completely natural, so there's no worry there. A little bit of cinnamon and ginger, that's all mixed in this bottle. That's good for lust and all that stuff, good stuff. A little bit of orris root, because we want to sway her in the right direction. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put a tiny amount of oil, not a lot, because oils can sometimes stop the candles from burning correctly, I find. And also I'm going to be putting a bit of honey on this, just a small amount, because honey sometimes doesn't make the candle, like I said, burn very well. That was communication oil. We want the two of them to communicate a lot better. You could rub the whole candle, but like I said, I'm just going over it because I want the candle to have a decent burn. This one is increase attraction between the two of them, obviously. Reconciliation and friendship kind of oil. It's to basically make them start to enjoy each other's company again, and up the ante and get things moving and get out of this period of stagnation. Again, we have an oil here that basically is a healing oil, so that if there's anything that's bothering the lady in question, that will help. Also, we want a little bit of protection so that nothing can interfere. a little bit of church powder, not church powder, church dirt from around the church. That works excellent in love work. Okay, let me see. And a little bit of control oil, because we are going down that route. We might as well go full on. Just want all the candle covered, but I don't want it soaking in oils. Precipitation powder, red rush. You don't need this. You could use a bit of coffee for a stimulant. For those that don't know, this powder is designed to make things move faster. But to be honest with you, at the end of the day, you can't really make things will happen at their own speed, but there's no harm in using it, so that's why I use it. So yeah, precipitation powder. This is a lost oil, so just get a little bit going. Okay, so that's it pretty much dressed. I'll need to put a tiny bit of honey on it. Let me see. I'll use this red stuff because I really, really like the color of this, and it's got a tiny bit of liqueur in it. Not that much, just a tiny bit. I don't want too much to come out. There we go. I really, really like using that in my honey jars because it makes the honey nice, and it makes the honey go red, which is really nice. One moment. Okay, sorry for the glare. So that is the candle lit, and what I'm going to be doing is making suggestions. So I have a cigarette that's burning, and I don't smoke. I hate cigarettes. What I'll do is I'll just hold the cigarette over. You can't see the smoke, but I'm turning the little candle clockwise, and I'm stating all my intentions that she will be giving the client a lot more affection, a lot more lust. She'll be wanting to be with him a lot more, spend more time together. That they will have an excellent friendship that will carry on and deepen their relationship and deepen the bond. That's basically. Sorry, it's just smoking away. Now, the reason for the smoke, I should say, is because it's a smoke screen and it will stop its barrier so that she won't get, if she goes to get a reading done, this will not show up in a reading. So it acts like a smoke screen literally. So if she goes to get a reading done, it won't show up. So no one's going to say to her, someone's doing magic on you. So there's no need to worry there. So that's really basically what that's about. So I'm turning it clockwise, saying all those things, personal things, along the lines of you'll have great fun and great experiences. The future will be amazing. Future and the actual here and now. Things are taking shape and things will be changing. Good times ahead. You think of him constantly. You see him with new eyes. It's important to say that you see him with new eyes, or her with new eyes, whatever your target is, female or male. Because I keep saying that there's no point going back to the old ways. There's no point going back into an old relationship and being, stagnating. You really, really need to switch. I'm just moving the cigarette out of the way. You really need to move into a new phase in your relationship. That's the key. Moving backwards is not the thing. You need to move forward. So the whole point is seeing each other with those new eyes, and the spirit world will help you. And you need to obviously do your part in it too. But that's what we're petitioning here for, to see each other with new eyes. And also, don't be stressed around each other. Enjoy each other's company. Enjoy this new fresh start. And I'll be putting these suggestions, every night for about 10-15 minutes until this candle burns out, and we can see how things go from there. So that is how I head work. Like I said, the dolls, they're similar. They work the same sort of way, but that's really the nuts and bolts of it. What I'll do is when this is burnt down and all the bits and pieces are here, I'll gather that all up and put that into a honey jar, along with photographs face to face and a petition, most likely. And I'll actually put the sieves in the jar as well, and I will put that somewhere on my property. There's a nice little big tree, should I say, that has a lot of jars around it, and I will be putting it there. And it does be put under the earth, so it's just to let you all know. Sometimes I plant the jars in potted plants because I've got a large area of potted plants and baskets and things like that of flowers. But no, this one will be buried. But that's what I do. I would put in all the remains into a honey jar, and that will keep on sweetening things, in my opinion. And once I hear something good from the client, I will report back. And also, we can give the Citri and Orias another further offering. So I'd be really interested in how this pans out. Orias sounds amazing, and yeah, I'd like to personally work with Orias myself. Would be something that is on my mind, so I will do that. And it's thehouseofmagick@gmail.com. I'm going to work on this for a little bit longer. And let me see. If anyone's waiting on an email, I'll be going through the database very soon, and you'll get your email. That's about all I have at the moment. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll speak to you all soon. Have a good evening.